Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having an amazing day. To Market Mornings. Hope it has been a good trading week so far. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. Please type the number 1 in the comments section. Let me know that you can. I appreciate it. And as you do, keep in mind that everything we look at is for educational only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. Right? And if you're here on the show, make sure you're following along on the various social platforms. Not only the ones that you're on now, but all the various platforms. Actually, Sean and I today have a meeting to go what we're going to increase on our social output. Today is our meeting, actually. So I'm excited about that, about where we go with everything. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the futures. All righty then. So not as much of a, but we're still seeing red. So the ES is down 14 points, the Dow 15, the Nasdaq's down about 60, the RUT's down 7. Bitcoin under that 20,000, it's up 445, so it was under 18. I'm sorry, under 19. Ethereum is at 1048, it's up 35. It's down 22, which is a big move down for them in the wake of this continuation move down on the S&P. And then crude is up $3 to 108. So what a move, right? I mean, overall pattern looking good, but lots of conversations over the last days with the G7 and the G20 coming up, and Russia and the Middle East, and what's going on now with us as a country, US as a country, production, and you can call it what you want. We're producing more oil than we were in the last year, right? But the last year of Trump, we also had COVID, right? So yes, I get it. Definitely producing more, but there are still restrictions in place that are causing refineries to not want to put more capacity online, because the president has already said, we're going to knock you out of the park where you have to stop producing and go to renewable fuel, renewable energy, solar, and whatever it is. So why would the refineries pay, right? So we're under this pressure, and now we are begging to give us more. And the concern right now is still that 120 is not very far off. We've hit it, right? We've been there. Talks of getting to 150 by the end of the summer, 147. So we'll see. Now I'm happy at 108, 109 compared to where we had been. Just 114, right? So overall, you gotta keep an eye on what's happening with crude, drive everything that takes place in the market. Trucking becomes more expensive, delivery becomes more expensive, airlines become more expensive, heating your home, driving your car, everything more expensive. Not to mention how many products actually have petroleum in them. We got a big pop. I didn't look at the reports this morning, but was the Fed was talking this morning, I thought, but let's look real quick. Oh, so ISM is at, I don't know what that pop was. Yeah, ISM is at 10 o'clock. We've got nothing else for us. All right, let's go take a look at yesterday. Any trades that you did, go ahead and drop those trades, and I'd love to hear about them, whether they were here, trades you found on your own. Sharing in the community is awesome, right? And I wanted to wait until the room opened a couple of minutes before I did this. Guys, today's going to be the last broadcast for the summer. We're going to take the rest of the summer off. After going natural, it is so sporadic. We'll be on 2 days, off 3 days, just with my travel schedule going on for the summer. So we're just going to kind of put things on hiatus. We'll send some emails out, and we'll start talking about it in our social again as we're getting ready to start it back up. But for now, this will be our last show that we're going to do for the summertime. All right? So again, you'll hear from us more about picking it up in just hopefully a couple of weeks. But let's go ahead and take a look from yesterday. The only one I took from yesterday, there was nothing on SPY yesterday. It was terrible. WBA, Walgreens, right, was one that had a gap down. It was earnings. We were looking at a bear call spread above 41. Boom, chagalaga, right? The 41.42s gave 25 cents. Could have got a little bit more, but I wound up with 5 cents. And we got out of them at a nickel. So 20 cents overall on that trade. Like it a lot. Let's see. Robert said SPX 75 with 2 iron condors and 1 bull put spread. Made a little day trade CC covered call on Amazon. Every little bit helps. Absolutely, Robert. Sure does. Alan said, tagged and tagged on my MM's month and liquidity hunt. All right, good. Alan, SPY, HD. All right, hey, we all get them. Frankie, AMD, 24%. Nice. You know, I didn't get a trade on AMD yesterday. I wish I had. Larry said, Google reversal with a bull put spread. There you go. Miguel, I love it, my friend. 8% SPY. Woo! Just rocking and rolling, baby. Rocking and rolling. All right, let's take a look at today's candidates. We ain't got a lot. There's just not. It's a Friday. It's a 3-day weekend. Don't announce anything and have this lingering over the weekend. People at barbecues talking about. Just not going to get a lot of activity of happening of with a day like today. So Apple is our first one. Let's go take a look at Apple. In a little bit. All right. So Apple right now, they reiterates an overweight on them, right? So they came out and said, listen, we're overweight on Apple. We still think you need to be overweight, right? And I'm not saying good. They were at 185, 182, 3, right? And now they're at 133, $50 less or so. So, and I'm not saying good or bad, but when we look at what's going on right now, reiterate from JP Morgan didn't give us anything. It did not set up to say we're bullish now because, let me bring this back up. That over. Apple is down 69 cents right now on that news, right? News didn't help them. They're in a bearish bias. Guys, if right now, look at the way it's looking, right? The NASDAQ on 3, they were down 50 something. You see that big pop is we gave half of it back already on the market. So I am not overly excited about trying to take a bullish trade on Apple unless we break the 138.80. Okay. And from Trip, you're here. Trip is the one that came up with the name. We are going to call the bi-directional trade. We are going to call it a switchback, right? That is the plan. I'll let you know if something changes on it. But of everything I'm hearing so far, switchback is to do some research to make sure that that's not protected by somebody else. And as long as it's not, we'll trade set up a switchback where we have that bi-directional trade where it is bullish or bearish. It's 180-degree turn, right, from where you are. So we were looking bearish, but there's all connotation to it as well, right? So this is not quite that, right? What do I mean? If we push back up to that 139 level and actually 138 is where our 8 is, I'd be happy with that. If we can get up a little bit, 131 is our downside target, we're good. If we break the upside, I want to see us get up to about on the upside, pull back and bounce, and there's a bullish trade up to 140. Right, so there's a lot of opportunity on Apple right now in either direction, but I like bearish better. The bearish is where we're set up now. We've stretched this 131.27 already recently, so the opportunity to do it again, the opportunity to do it again is setting up. All right, so if there are candidates that I don't normally ask that this early in the show, but if there are candidates you want me to look at, we've only got 3 left. All good ones, but we've only got 3 left for today, right? FedEx is the next one, right? FDX. They are down $4.53. They got a trade. Right? They've been in a bullish bias not long ago, right? They dropped down as of yesterday into a bullish neutral bias. And today, if it's 222, puts them in neutral. Not far away from bearish. So we're looking at a bear call spread. We're looking at a bear call spread of 237. 237. All right. Now let's go look at Kohl's. Their deal with the fell apart. Kohl's is down big time today. They're down 61 right now. On the day, right, which is about almost 7%. They're down for the day. right? Actually, no, 19% for the day, right? So minus 681 is how much they're down, 19.08, right? So tremendous move to the downside. They already had been in a bearish territory, right? If we, let's bring this in a little bit. Let's do that. Let's get this. All right, 30 to 34. We don't need a fib in there. We're sitting right now at 28.93, and 28.91 is our fib line figure. All right, we're going to look at a bear call spread above 31. Coles does have 50-cent increments on them, so you may want to look into those 50s. It's hard. I'm not even going to try prices. It's just too much of a move. We'll see it as it opens up, but this will be one of the first coming up this morning. Will be Coles. Just fix that. Yeah, it'll be Coles because if there is a move, that move is going to happen quickly. All right, let's see. And then we got Micron, MU, right? Warns of sales, right? There's the earnings, okay? Warns of weaker sales. 52.71 right now, down $2.50. 51 support is at 52.44. How do I pick these ones that they go right to the support? I don't. I find the stocks, the support levels were already there, whether I knew about it or not. I've been looking at Micron for weeks, months, regularly. Those lines have always been just we're moving right to that line. But why? I have no idea that. How does anybody know? Mentally, your brain knows it's there. It doesn't know why, but it's there. It knows something has to happen at those levels. Right? Look at every fib level on it. You'll see consistently how those lines get moved to when we move, how we move to particular levels. Right? So we're looking at Micron. If it's at 50, call it. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 58.5. We have 50-cent increments on here. So half will work for us on Micron. All right. With that, let me switch over and let's go see where we are at. Let's see. Alan's at Meta bearish. META. Meta. Meta is bearish. Let's see where Meta is in the pre-market. The NASDAQ down. They're down $1.25 to 160. Now, so his plan was retested the 162 and fail. Got it. Got on, baby. I love it. Absolutely love it. Right? Be careful of today, folks. Remember, it's a holiday weekend. You are going to see much lower volumes today. So make sure to take that into account. All right. Like the plan, Alan. Good job. RTX. Frankie's asking for RTX. Let's see where they are pre-market. Looking for the fail off of 95. Retest fail. So I've got the 95, Frankie. The only thing I see, so looking for a retest and a fail, right? So break. Now, it shows 96.11 was the last price. No movement on it. 521 by 96.11 right now. I would be careful, Frankie, on that. I think it's better to the upside with a retest and a bounce because I've got a clear path. Downside, as long as you realize that you've got support 4, which is where our 8 and our 21 are. As long as you are with that, then we're good to go. All right. So just something to keep in mind. Erica's for SPY. SPY. All right. Let's go take a. They're down 77 cents, 376.48. We're kind of in the middle-ish there, right? Let's see. 68, 78, 88. That's 17 points. I don't have it yet. So it's all pivot points. All pivots. The problem. If we go look at my pre-market pivots, let's see. So pre-market pivots through. Well, actually, they've opened up a little bit. Today was very tight. That's from the previous day's small move. Let's see. So we're a pivot of 377. Let's call it 380. So you've got about a $3 move in there. So this definitely becomes a pivot for today for me on SPY because I don't have anything in here All right, Erica. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comment section down below. Like button, guys. Let YouTube know how important this show is. And Facebook. Mr. Softy. And for those of you that are wondering, closer to October 27th and 8th and 9th, that Thursday, Friday of October, I got the contracts back from the hotel yesterday. They just need an adjustment on there for rooms that they're going to have available to use, take advantage of a really cheap cost. So we're working on that now. When we're back and that's signed, we will be promoting the daylights out of that event. You guys are here, but I'm excited between the Inner Circle Mastermind gathering to get our brain trust that we're going to put together there, along with the live training that we're doing on one of the days on the Friday. I am stoked for that. Let's see. To Mr. Softy. But well, that was actually funny. Both Larry and Trip there. So bearish with the retest was Larry. Trip said switchback down fib line or upside off the 21 EMA. Yep. So there we go. So Frankie, if you compare to RTX, right? And let me actually get a market MSFT, right? If we look at Microsoft, and there's my news starting to come in, they're up 5 cents. So if you look at Frankie, right, with what we've got here, if it breaks to the upside, opposite where it is, we're pretty close with where our moving averages are to the fib line, right? So Trip's talking about down, pull back up, and fail off the 257.62, or break out of 21, 259.33, retest and bounce, and take the bullet. We've got a clear path in there, right? So I like it a lot, Trip. And it's funny, Trip. I see these. This is like buying a new car, right? I bet you see this trade set up every now, and had never really realized it before. Let me just shut the volume down here, guys. These are all my market alerts coming in. Amelia. So, but great setup, guys. I'm looking at this one. This is one that gives an opportunity for today. So, yeah, everywhere. My daughter's looking at a new car right now, Mazda, and she said, "Dad, everywhere I look, there's Mazda, the same one. It's something 5. I don't remember exactly what it is, but every this brand new, the same exact car that I'm looking at right now, and I never noticed it before." I said, "We sold a lot in the last week." She laughed and goes, "Yeah, why didn't I see him before?" I said, "Because you weren't looking for it. Now you are." Same thing with the switchback. Now you are. Yeah, Trip said I was typing my earnings were not good and guidance was not good either. Yeah, there you go. AMD candidate from Micron's bad earnings, very possibly. Right, so right now is down $1 on the Micron news. They have earnings coming out a little bit in the future. And they're sitting right at a key level. No confluence with a moving average, but they're at 75 quarter right now. If we can get a retest and a drop, AMD 71 is what we're looking at. Guys, if you look here, if we go back to Micron, right? If you look here, it's the semiconductor watch. If I click on this, these are the sectors, main sectors. Micron is in the semiconductor, in semiconductor equipment, right? Semiconductors is the subsector. There are two subsectors, semiconductors and semiconductor equipment. Those are the two, right? In conductors, Micron is one of the companies in there, as is AMD. The blue is who we're now, right? If I click on AMD, it'll take us over. And now AMD is, these are companies that could move in sympathy with what just happened, and so forth with Micron, right? So that's how you can easily advantage, excuse me, market news that came out on one particular company. You could shift over at other companies in the same sector to say, all right, bam, this guy got hit. What else can be affected by it? Oh, excuse me, I'm tickling my throat there. Give me a second there. All right. What else we got? Let's see. Mike said SPY levels. Mike, about the Fib levels, or are you talking about the pivots? My pivots are different because it's calculating pre-market. I only have it set up to give me an idea, but I have two different pivots set up on here. I have this one here that hasn't print yet because it does not print until 9:30, when the market opens, and then levels, right? That's one. This one has pre-market on it and it gives me an idea of where it is. I have to go in and make adjustments to this, but each station pre-market just starts whatever they've got pre-market, right? So if I go into set this up right now for 8 o'clock, right? As the starting session, I just need to go in one of these, and I'm actually going to change this over to 9 o'clock and make the adjustment there so I can modify all of this, right? And it's work, right? Something that's got to be done. And I want to make it for 9 o'clock, 9:15, just so I can see where the levels are as an idea, not to trade off of. I'm not going to trade off this. This is just give me an idea on pre-market. Fib levels. Okay, so Fib levels we can do. That's an easy one. So Fib levels on SP, looking at 367.51 is the support and 385.50 distance. We do not have a need for a Fibit in there at all. Summertime, slow up a little bit. You can split that level in half regardless of whether it needs it or not, but you go ahead and do that split in there. All right. Linda, I said they got the CX5 for a couple years and they love it. Yeah, she's excited. She did the safety tests. I haven't it yet. She can't find one around. She did the safety test. She did the looky on her color. She's very hyper focused, very detailed. She's got lists of stuff that she takes on the cars she was looking at here. Qualcomm. Trip said another possibility. Let's see. All right, let's pull that out. All right, so we redrawn on Qualcomm. It's very ugly. There's no good place on this one, right, at all, Trip. You could draw fibs on it. Just nothing I would draw would give me any confidence of yes with this all up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, we could do it off of the most recent drop, the cleanest in here. I don't know if it's giving me enough room. Yeah, it's okay. It's decent. But I don't have a good, clear path or place. Well, all right, let's do this. Maybe it's hard with the moving averages on it, too. I should have just taken them off. It's easier to see without on there. All right, so still just not a fan of it no matter what, but this would probably be a better one right in here. That's probably the better choice. All right, let's go back to moving averages. Let's see. Alan said Tesla bearish. Retest of the 683 and a fail. Absolutely, guys. All Alan is doing, and I don't have it here. This cleaning crew came in yesterday, and I got to do my office out, or else I just throw everything away. So just like the tracking sheet I have here, we have a sheet on power option plays, right? And that tracking sheet is the list of the 20s that we trade, right? I don't hide it. It's not a secret list that you can't find out if you're a member of power option plays, right? I'll share it with you right now, and you can screenshot of it, right? Knowing the 20 stocks doesn't mean anything. It's trade them is what matters here. That's what's put us up over 800 grand this year in our practice account, in our sim account, by following every rule of every trade that we call out. And it's only based on the trades that we call out, right? So there's the 20 stocks. Alan goes through this list. He's got the fib set up because he's in power option plays, and he's just following a plan. Hey, boom, boom, boom. Just following through, right? Mike's asking for good plan, by the way, Alan. I like the Tesla trade. The switchback doesn't work here because the 21's in a bad place, but I definitely like them to the downside. XBI, not one I normally trade. Let me go back to all symbols. So we had a nice channel going on in there. That channel has been massively violated, right? Fib would be here off this swing high down to that swing low. This is just a sideways move. There's the hiccup, 50%. Happens all the time, right? So I like this better to the upside than the downside. Break the 75.31 level. Linda's asking for IBM. IBM could drop toward EMA with market, then would take a diagonal, a call spread. Okay, let's. So looking for a diagonal call, we're looking for a bullish market. We're looking for a bullish move, I should say. If you get the move up, great. If you're looking for the move down, then we'd be looking at a put diagonal. Absolutely below that 139 level. If we could break that, retest and fail, where are we right now on IBM? Now we're up a penny, so we're flat. Nothing really, right? If we can break that 139, test that 139 and fail, you've got room down to 135 and a half, right? The 142 level, which is a lot closer than the 139 is. If you break 42, retest and bounce, you've got the opportunity up to 186. But we tried up here and failed. We tried again and failed. So caution, grasshopper, if you do take the bullish entry here, got to be careful as you start to roll into that midpoint. And look at that, folks. Exactly the midpoint, no less. Pretty much. That wick went right to the Fibit, right? If you start rolling into that 144, you may have to tighten up your stop just in case we start to back off from there again. All right. You're welcome, Trip. All right, everyone. It's been fun. Remember, I'm not here to tell it to you every day now, but make sure you go into Track a Boss. I'm telling you, go there every week. Make it part of your regular program. You're going to see changes on the page. We're going to add some more lines to it. Some of the things that Sean and I are working on over the next couple of weeks. More free trainings for you are going to be dropped in on this page. Power Hour Coaches Playbook will always be on there, right? This trade with Rob, guys. Here's the thing: if you're not subscribed to that, the trade setup that we do in there is very much a direct trade, and the market's been horrible for that. So I'm not publishing a lot of trades out on that. But Trade with Rob doesn't just mean we're looking for that one type of trade. Okay, that line breakout is what it has been. Trade with Rob is just about that, trading the things that I do, the setups I'm looking at. This switchback trade is going to be the Trade with Rob as part of that. So now we'll have switchback trades and the zero line breakout trades actuals for trade setups in there. It's all this does is it sends you a message or a text, both if you want, right, to tell you, hey, we put a new trade out. Don't miss the trade setup and go, how did I not see that? I didn't get the email. The email came. You probably just didn't get notification. Text will get it to you quicker. But make sure you're ready for the Trade with Rob, all right? And then, again, all of the trainings out there, it's just kick tail. You definitely want to take advantage of what we put up here, right? Have an awesome 4th. Say hey said. Thank you, Coach. Absolutely. Yeah, Eric, I'm going to enjoy the time off for that. You're wondering about IBM. Thanks, Joan, for about time off. Yeah, right. It's just there's just too much stuff happening right now. Too much family stuff that's going on. Daughter just got engaged. This Sunday is my youngest daughter's graduation here at the house. We got like 50 people coming to a party in our yard. There's just a lot of things taking place. Vacations. I'm going on in July. We got a vacation here. Another one in August. So just to get past some of that, we're going to push this back a little. All right. So make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to become a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, follow along with all the various social platforms, folks, because you are truly just one trade away. Take care, everybody. I'll see you at our next update. All right, bye for now.